So in just a couple of weeks, all across the country, children in schools will be coloring in turkeys and learning the lessons of how Pilgrims broke bread with Native Americans and we were all buddies and nothing bad ever happened and we didn't do them any wrong. Knowing how dumb and wrong that is and how horrific we have been to the Native Americans, what do we do with this holiday now? You know, for a long time that I've been aware, you know, I've been trying to figure it out. I've talked to a lot of people about it. Like, do we keep it? Do we stop it? We know the truth now. Is that something we just talk about over Thanksgiving? What do we scrap the holiday altogether? Do we repurpose it, which is what seems to be happening?
Just when I think you've said the stupidest thing ever, you keep talking.
No, lady, we're not going to cancel Thanksgiving. We're not going to repurpose Thanksgiving. In fact, Thanksgiving, to me, just became a little bit more special of a holiday, knowing how bad it triggers you woke libs. Sorry, I'm sorry. Sorry if that sounds mean. I'm sorry if that sounds insensitive. That's just where I'm at today. Anyway, we're back. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you're all having an absolutely amazing day. I've missed you guys. It's been, I think, 3 days since I made a video. I'm going to be honest with you. I started to let this stuff get to me. The liberal mainstream media coverage of the Rittenhouse trial and verdict. The lack of coverage of the terror attacks that just happened in Wisconsin at the Christmas parade. And everything in between. I started to let it get to me. So I had to step back, remind myself that we have to keep laughing at this nonsense or we're all doomed. That's exactly what we're going to do in today's episode of Epic Woke TikTok Fails Thanksgiving Edition.
TikTok is degenerate trash. Correct?
Everything woke turns to shit, okay?
No truer words have ever been spoken. Anyway, guys, we have a jam-packed video today. You're not going to want to miss this one. We have quite possibly the most idiotic thing so far that former VP Joe has said. And listen, we know that there's a lot to choose from. Also, we have an act of kindness that may bring a tear to your eye, as well as, once again, the Black Hoodie Gang, we'll call them. One thing we've noticed these people have in common is Black Hoodie Gang. They're at it again. Out in California, San Francisco, we got a couple of videos of the Black Hoodie Gang doing what they do best, committing crimes. So, like I said, we got a lot to unpack. Before we get into it, I got to give a huge shout out to the sponsors of today's video. We have 3 sponsors today. Sponsor number 1, today's video is being brought to you by Dan the Man, Dan C. Dan, thank you so much, sir. I don't even know what else to say. Dan has sponsored, I think this is, what, Dan, your 4th or 5th video. Dan has been a member of the greatest community on the YouTubes for quite some time, and I love seeing Dan's comments. Dan doesn't agree with every single one of my takes. He's a recovering liberal. But that's, I love seeing Dan's opinions in the comments on these videos. I'd say 99.9% of the time he agrees with the takes here. But if I love seeing his comments. It's so Dan, thank you so much for sponsoring today's video. Sponsor number 2, today's video is also being brought to us by Bolton Emergency Restoration. Bolton Emergency Restoration has also sponsored a few videos in the past. Thank you so much, Bolton's Emergency Restoration, for being one of today's sponsors. And last, but certainly not least, the 3rd sponsor of today's video is none other, you guessed it, Steve Harla. Steve Harla, once again, I lost count of how many videos Steve has sponsored now. Steve, thank you, sir. Now, I'm sorry if you think I'm rambling here. If you don't want to hear it, you can fast forward. But this is very important to me. There's, I mean, I've said it before, but being in recovery, there's a lot of Thanksgivings in the past that You know, I was in a gutter somewhere on the street and I wasn't able to spend it with my family. I wasn't able to give thanks for what I'm grateful for. I wasn't able to, you know, have the blessings that I have in my life today. So I apologize for that, but this is important to me. So Steve, and this is why I call this the greatest community on the YouTubes. And all right, so Steve, well, the last video, let me explain this. So the last video, Kayla Page was one of the sponsors, and she wanted to just ask that everyone in the community could send some healing prayers and some positive vibes her way because her and her family had just lost a loved one. So Steve sponsored this video today in Kayla's name for the loved one that she lost. Now I'm going to read, Steve, I apologize if you didn't want me to read it, but I'm going to read. I think this is very touching, and I just want to read it. This is what Steve wrote. It says, "It's fun sponsoring your videos. I appreciate the work you put into the videos. I'm also very grateful to have found your channel and to be a part of the community. This one is for Kayla. Losing my sister last April was also sudden and unexpected. Kayla, you and your family are in my prayers and my family's prayers. We love you, Kayla. God bless you. Love the Harla family." I mean, Steve, man, that's, I don't even know what to say, man. That is just, such a selfless kind thing to do. So Kayla, this video sponsorship is being dedicated to you by Steve Harla. That's the power of this amazing community. I apologize if I rambled and dragged this on. Also, if you want to check out Steve's YouTube channel, it's Steve Harloha, Harloha. After this video, he's got a YouTube channel if you want to go check that out. Also, if you'd like to sponsor the next video, there is a PayPal link in the description box below. I will say your full name as a sponsor of that video unless stated otherwise by you. I just got to tell you guys, this being Thanksgiving, a day to give thanks, I am so grateful for every one of you guys that have sponsored videos since we started doing that. Every one of you guys that have been in this community for so long, that always hit that thumbs up, that always like that comment section up, that share these videos out. Some of you guys, as weird as this may sound, I feel like I know some of you guys personally that have been in this community with this channel for so long, and we engage in the comments. I know it sounds kind of weird, but hey, that's how I feel. So anyway, I'm going to shut my mouth. I apologize for rambling, but just, we're going to have fun in today's video. So let's get into it. Actually, I forgot something. Before we get into it, turn your attention to the screen, please. I believe this is probably some girl that just came home for Thanksgiving break. This is a screenshot from her TikTok. She probably came home from Thanksgiving break from Berkeley, one of those real liberal colleges. It says, landlord, this is for the people that are in the back that can't see it or are blind subscribers. It says, landlords should get a real job and stop relying on other people's money. That's where these people's heads are at. Landlords should get a real job and stop relying on other people's money. I mean,
are you stupid or something?
I just don't know how you get to that point where you think landlords need to get a job and stop relying on other people's money, or that we should cancel or repurpose Thanksgiving. Anyway, also, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Become a part of this amazing community. Finally, I'll shut up. Let's get into it. All right. So I start the way that I use bun self pronouns. You lost me already. You lost me already. Roll the film, please.
So to start, the way that I use bun self pronouns is in place of more gendered nicknames. So like instead of saying like a chick or, gal, I'll say bun. And so the reason is I'm non-binary, and I feel like bun perfectly encapsulates the balance of my masculine and feminine characteristics. When I think of my femininity, I think of those old lady waitresses at the diners that call everyone hun. And when I think of my masculinity, I think of that very Canadian, oh yeah, bud. Oh fuck, bud. And so for me, bun occupies that perfect middle, that exact halfway spot between, oh, let me get that for you, hun, and yeah, bud. Bud, hun, bud.
A long time ago, being crazy meant something. Nowadays, everybody's crazy.
I've said it before. You guys know we're in a real tough spot when Charles Manson makes more sense than these people. Let's keep it moving, please. All right, next up, listen, this TikTok was in a video I did months ago, but it's going viral again. It's all over the interwebs. Listen, this is disturbing. If you're eating right now, turn away and watch this later. Roll the film.
So I have this thing, call it a little quirk, if you will. I have hair in my armpits. I have it there for a few reasons. 1, lazy. 2, fuck patriarchy. And 3, your response to them tells me everything I need to know about you.
What the hell is even that?
Did you guys see that?
I warned you. You were eating. I said, look away, watch it later. Why? What? Why? Like, why? Moving right along. Up next is an avid viewer of CNN and MSNBC. Once again, yet another horrible take on the whole Rittenhouse trial, verdict, everything. These people are just, I just think they're miserable people. I don't know. Roll the film, please.
If little Kyle kills one more person, he'll be a serial killer. Just something I was thinking about.
You are a fucking moron.
These people are, this looks like the mean neighbor lady that would call the cops on the neighborhood children for playing ball in the street or something. All right, moving right along. Says Z doesn't want broccoli. Z, all right. What is happening? Roll the film, please.
Z doesn't want broccoli. You'll have to ask Zem about that. I'm not sure, but I think these are Zares. I heard Z runs a shop by Zerself. Love that for Zem.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The land of make-believe.
Listen, all we can do is laugh. We gotta keep laughing. I heard Z runs a shop by Zerself like that. Oh. Let's keep it moving. All right, now listen. We all know former VP Joe has had gaffe after gaffe after gaffe, and it's all right there in front of him. It's all right in front of him on a big giant teleprompter, and he still can't get it right. This is an embarrassment. I don't know when someone's going to step in and say enough's enough. This can't go on. He needs to be in a room somewhere, tucked in his bed with a little warm cup of milk and his little TV on, do his old reruns of whatever the guy watches. This is insane. All right. Joe Biden
will read anything that is put on that teleprompter. And when I say anything, I mean nah.
A lot of innovation. Because of the actions we've taken, things have begun to change. End of quote. In the past 3 weeks, end of quote.
Ah! What in the name? No!
That's not a joke. He literally said, end of quote. Someone made this meme. This is great. Let me get my big head out the way. Roll the film, please.
Damn it! Who typed a question mark on the teleprompter? For the last time, anything you put on that prompter, he will read.
Arnold Q1.
defund Social Security and eliminate Obamacare in the middle of a pandemic. End of quote.
What in the name? No!
Oh, I'm in trouble.
Listen, he has said a lot. It's just, like I said, it's gaff after gaff. But to not have the wherewithal, the capacity left in your brain to say, well, obviously I don't read that part out loud. It reminds me of one that I played a couple weeks ago where he said the guy's name, pronounced it wrong, and then spelled what it said on the teleprompter. It's end of quote. What? All right, let's keep it moving. All right, next up, more mental illness running rampant, I guess. I don't know what else you call it. Roll the film, please.
I'm Z. What's up? Hi, I'm Oliver.
Hey everybody, I'm Ben. Hey, I'm Elegant. Wow! Sorry. Hello there, I am Malachi. What's up?
Hi, I'm Echo. Hi, my name is AJ.
Hey everyone, I know I look like shit, but it's red. Hi. Hey everybody, my name's Sayori. Yo, I'm Beatrix, what's up? Hello everyone, my name is Ophelia.
Cuckoo. I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
Just in case some of you guys got lost during that, like, trust me, it's not that hard to. That was the same person. It says how some of our alters talk. That was the same person introducing themselves to like schizophrenia, I guess. I think this is just playing make-believe, but that's just me.
The land of make-believe.
Anything for attention, right? Even if it's negative attention, whatever. All right, keep it moving. All right, next up. This is becoming all too common on these videos. It's getting really, really sad and pathetic, and I don't know what the... So it's all these... We've seen it in Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, New York City, Chicago, all these liberal Democrat-run cities, where people just run into these stores, these high-end stores. There was one in Nordstrom Rack, I think it was in San Francisco or Los Angeles somewhere. It was 80 people. 80 people went in, took what they wanted, went out, cars waiting for them. They arrested a few of them. I don't know. I think they later on arrested a bunch more. But there's just clip after clip after clip of these people just running into these stores, jewelry stores, Best Buy, pharmacies, stealing all the drugs in the pharmacy. This is a breakdown of society where law and order is no longer. Societies can't exist. It's just the way it is. That's why when I say at the end of each video, stay strapped, you might get clapped. Like, if you haven't got a shooty stick, I don't know, it might be time to do so. Anyway, and we always say they have one thing in common. They always have the same thing in common. They're black. Hoodies. They're black hoodies. They're black hoodies and sweatshirts. Roll the film.
What the fuck is going on?
Exactly. What is going on? Like, why do these... And sorry, some of them threw me for a loop. There's a gray hoodie in there. There's a red hoodie. There's a blue. But there's some black hoodies in there as well. But listen, that's not the only clip. Moving on. And here we go again. And listen, I'm going to mute this one because there's an alarm going off from the store and it's ear piercing. Look, you see the window smashed. This is what? I gotta watch my tongue here. The Black Hoodie Gang strikes again. Roll it. Like I said, I'm gonna keep it on mute. I'll get my head out the way. Yeah, here they come. Look at how many of them are. He just ran from store to store. Yeah, and they cover. And listen, there was literally an article that came out and said, you cannot call this looting because looting, if you say something's looting, that's racist. I'm not kidding. I'm not going to pull the article. I don't want to go look for it. There is an article, if you search for it, it says that if you call this looting, that's racist because looting has to do with different groups of people. Like they say looting has to do with black people, and if you call this looting, then you're racist. I didn't say it. I said they had black hoodies and sweatshirts. That's all I said. All I have to say is one thing to these clowns.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
I know that screenshot's hard to see, but they just come piling in like just ants just running in everywhere. And then they say, oh, well, the criminal justice system disproportionately affects, black people and minorities, and is, 50% of the crime is committed by 13%, and all this nonsense that nobody's forcing them to go do this stuff. Literally, video after video, dozens and dozens and dozens of videos come out. They all have one thing in common: their color of their hoodies. But no one's forcing them to do it. They're doing it. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's the hoodies. You can see them there. Some of them threw us off again. Moving right along. All right, this one's crazy too. I mean, this is pretty crafty and innovative of this lady. But when do we get to this point in society? I think she's at the New York, and standing on the subway platform. This is insane. Roll it.
What's going on? It's bad out here. People want to push people in the train. It ain't going to happen to me. So, I got my own chain, and this is what I do. I wait for the train like this, and until the train don't come, I stay right here. Ain't nobody pushing me. Train comes, put the key, and that's it. And I'm going on the train. Boom.
Everybody just yells and screams at each other. Nobody's civil anymore.
Yeah, everybody yells and screams at each other and pushes people off the subway platform into the train. This lady has to bike lock herself to a pole to make sure she doesn't get pushed off the platform into it. Listen, guys, I've said it before. I try to stay optimistic, but I mean, the collapse of society is happening right before our eyes. At what point do we accept it and, go from there? Take the necessary steps and precautions. I don't know. Moving right along. All right, you guys may have seen this one, but this was the courthouse right outside as Kyle Rittenhouse's verdict was read, not guilty on all counts. This lunatic pretended to go into some kind of medical episode. I'm not going to show the whole thing. YouTube will probably demonetize the video. I'm sure they're going to anyway. By the way, if you want to help sponsor the next one, that's when they get demonetized, it's very much appreciated. I'm just kidding. All right, this lady is out of her mind. Roll the film.
I am a mind man. I am a mind man. Fuck a man.
It's in the back. You're not pushing. We got people outside.
Quick. Shit, okay? Holy shit.
Hans, are we the baddies?
No, we're not. We're definitely not. You could tell that was completely staged. F America, she says as she goes into look like she's on that movie Breaking from back in the 80s, doing her little wiggle worm there on the ground. These people, it's moving right along. All right, listen, guys, we are almost done. If you made it this far, give yourselves a round of applause, a pat on the back. You guys know I can't do this alone, so thank you so much for trudging ahead. Once again, happy Thanksgiving, and I'm super grateful for you guys to be joining me today. Once again, just want to give a huge shout out. I'm so thankful and grateful for the sponsors of today's video. That's going to be Dan C. Dan the man, thank you, sir. Bolton Emergency Restoration once again. Also, Steve Harla. Steve Harla in dedication to Kayla Page. Steve Harla, Dan C., and Bolton Emergency Restoration are all the sponsors of today's video. Thank you guys so much. And listen, you guys already know. Smash that thumbs up button. Like that comment section up. Share this video. People need to see what's really going on. This video, this TikTok's so bizarre. It says, me finds a weird looking rock behind my house when I was 5. And then he talks about ants. And then some Antifa looking person comes in. This is strange. I get a little lost here. Roll the film.
Cannot be that bad. Honey, don't you love me? You know. So I have a bachelor's in psychology and a minor in...
So in case you guys didn't see that, it says, me finds a weird looking rock behind my house when I was 5. And then it says, me develops a sexual attraction to ants. What? Continue.
So I have a bachelor's in psychology and a minor in sexuality studies, and I'm actually in a master's in clinical mental health right now. So I want to touch on this specifically because this is fascinating. It's mind-blowing. For a basic psychological understanding of why these deviancies can develop, could be a plethora of different reasons. However, I'm just going to focus on the formicophilia. Understanding this isn't the case for everyone, let's just jump into why something like formicophilia may develop. When individuals are younger and they put the ants on their body, the ants on their body may bite or may sting, and that invokes a fear response. That fear response gives them a higher sense of arousal. You couple that with a tickling sensation, and the individual may develop formicophilia.
Well, I don't know. It's really messed up. Super gay.
Okay, let's keep it moving. All right, guys, we're gonna end it on this one. We've seen so much insanity today. Just these people, the black hoodie people, just breaking into stores, taking stuff that's not theirs, committing crimes. These other people that are just, it's so much insanity that a random act of kindness like this is just so heartwarming. Bring a tear to your eye. So this woman, apparently she's having a really bad day. She goes to the grocery store and this guy walks by and this happens. There needs to be more people in the world like this guy. Imagine if everybody thought like him. Let me just help the next person. Let me just be kind. We wouldn't have these people in their black hoodies robbing other people, stealing from other people like that. There's a song on here that I got to mute because of copyrights, but roll the film, please. My bad. I almost made it all the way through without a technical glitch there. Hit the wrong button. My mistake. Let's try that one more time. Roll the film, please. I believe that you could lead the way. I gotta mute that for a minute. Now this guy comes up, slaps a bunch of cash down on her. She's like, what?
Oh, I never had nobody and no road home. I wanna be some.
And she was crying like that because she was just having such a bad day. And it's so heartwarming. God bless that man. Bravo, sir. Bravo. So you see this guy, he's white, she's black. He probably doesn't even care the least bit about color. And the saddest thing is, there is this division in this country. It's being caused by the liberal mainstream media. Everything they bring up has to do with color. It's white supremacy. It's all, I'm not going to get too much into it here. He just walks up, sees a woman, slaps a bunch of cash down. She looks at him. He just walks away. He doesn't say it. He doesn't need to take credit for it. He just walks away. Good deed done. He doesn't even know that she, gets so, not upset, but probably happy, tears of joy. He probably doesn't really know how much he impacted her that day. Anyway, it's a good way to end it on Thanksgiving. That's a wrap. All right, once again, guys, this has been a long video, over 30 minutes long. So if you made it all the way through, thank you so much for sticking it out. I know I rambled on a bit in this video, but it's Thanksgiving, you know what? It is what it is. I just always want to make sure you guys know how much I appreciate each and every one of you, how grateful I am to have this amazing community. And I mean, the sky's the limit from here. I just, all right, guys, I'm going to shut my mouth. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Cherish the moments you get to spend with your loved ones. And I don't even think we're doing all. I think me and the wife are taking my dad out to dinner somewhere because my mom's not feeling well and the rest of my family's kind of all doing their own thing today. So, it's just going to be a simple thing, but we're going to have fun, enjoy the time that we have with whoever we spend it with. All right, guys, we're going to get through this together. We got to keep laughing. Like I said, I let it get to me. I had to step back, regroup and realize that we got to keep laughing. We can't let this stuff get to us. If we stop laughing at these knuckleheads, we're all doomed. So we're going to keep laughing together. Thank you guys for all the love and support. And I'm going to be here for you guys as much as I possibly can. Happy Thanksgiving and enjoy your day. In the words of the great George Washington, stay strapped or you might get clapped. Till next time, happy Thanksgiving. Love you guys. Peace.